Perfect. Now I wanted just to ask you, just to end, if it's okay, how it was like. I'm curious. Also, you told me about like the hallucinogenical experience, the shaman experience. Like how it was that, man. Can you describe it a little bit, because like we don't have a
Yeah,
lot of that in our society.
so that's also a long story, but I can tell you more like more or less. I was in Gabon, and as I was saying before, every day I would stay with the people there, and I would ask for a place to put my tent, and they would give me a room. And one time I ended up in this village, and the son invited me for a ceremony. And I heard about this ceremony before, but like 2 days prior, but when somebody was telling me about this ceremony, like somebody came and it was like, shh, don't say that to the white man. So I realized it was like a secret, and they didn't want the white man to know. So of course I felt very curious about it. And when somebody invited me, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And I went to ask the chief if, okay, hey, your son invited me for a ceremony. Is that okay? I was like, yeah, of course, yeah, it's fine. And I asked him how the ceremony went, and he explained, but I made a mistake, and I involuntarily I volunteered to be the shaman, but I didn't. That's not what I was trying to do, because he was telling me that I wouldn't have any hallucinations. I would only eat a little bit of the iboga, and I said, yeah, but I would like to see something. But I just wanted him to give me a bit more, but he thought that I was volunteering to take his place as a shaman. And I only realized it when it was too late. Like we spent all morning doing my introduction, and okay, what's got to leave da África, por favor. And we spent all morning doing my introduction, and then we go to, everything is bush, but we go to like the deep bush, and everybody eats a spoon of this, but I eat none.
Okay.
And I think, okay, he regretted it, but being here is already like really interesting. So even if I don't take any substances, it's already an interesting experience. But then they start to paint me in white, and I'm the only person in white. And then I finally get to eat some, and I eat 10 times more than anyone else. Imagine, like, they were 14 people, and together they ate 25% of the plate, and me alone, I ate 75% of the plate. And this is the cover of my book, and this is how I was at a certain point. This is me.
Whoa.
And
This
it's
was the day.
really, this was it was like at 4 in the morning or something.
Whoa.
It's a really bizarre image. And I said that being arrested in Laos was the worst experience of my life. This one, it wasn't the worst experience of my life because I took something positive out of it, but it was the worst 12 hours of my life because I had a very bad trip in terms of a philosophical bad trip, because as I said before, I don't believe in God, and I don't believe in heaven or anything. I don't believe in anything, basically. I only believe that I'm here right now, and usually I can deal with that, but this time I couldn't deal with it. It like the notion that I will die and that I will be dead forever was so deep for me. It was such an agony, and I just swam in this metaphysical shit for 12 hours. I had this ball of adrenaline inside me, and for the first time I understood how someone would kill themselves. It's really a strange thing to say, but I never thought about killing myself, don't get me wrong, but that kind of agony, if it was like that all the time, I wouldn't want to live. It was like such an emptiness inside me. And that's why I don't really recommend this substance to everyone. I mean, sometimes I have a friend or two that from who they are, and I see that they're like me. Like, I'm luckily for me, I'm quite solid. in my mind. So I think like maybe for some people they can go and come back, but there's a danger of going in this substance and not coming back. So I don't really recommend it to just anyone. But yeah, in the end, I made it. I made it alive, and I didn't go crazy. I thought I would go crazy, but I didn't go crazy, and yeah, I survived to tell the story.